Pop the top, it's time for another video to drop, and today, a little something different, but still with the WWE 2014 series, we have a little announcement. That's right, as you see on screen, the Cruiserweight Classic will be coming to the WWE 2014 series. This is a 32-man single elimination tournament between 32 of the best cruiserweights in the world. That's right, in the world. They might not be signed with the WWE, but they could come over all over the world. And one man will be left remaining as the best cruiserweight in the world. Now, to celebrate the WWE Network being launched in February, we thought it would be a good idea for this tournament to happen in the month of February and spanning over into the month of March. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the announcement of who will be these 32 men. Starting from A and going all the way down to Z, we're kicking things off with ACH, an upstart talent on the independent scene. ACH definitely will be one to watch in this tournament. Next up, we have ADRIAN NEVILLE competing down in NXT right now. He is the man that gravity forgot, but in the Cruiserweight Classic, will we forget about him or will he win the whole thing? And after ADRIAN NEVILLE, we have AKIRA, a man known for competing in Dragon Gate and Dragon Gate USA. It's a hard hitter, and in this tournament, hard hitting might just get you the win. Following AKIRA, we have Bobby Fish. Right now, he is a Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion, and he looks to win the Cruiserweight Classic just as any other man in this tournament does. But can he add another little accolade to his collection right now? After Bobby Fish, we have the returning Brian KENDRICK. KENDRICK was a man that was in the WWE for many years. He was a Cruiserweight champion of his own right. He held the WWE Tag Team Championships longer than any other team has. However, can he survive longer than any other cruiserweight in this tournament? That is the question. After Brian KENDRICK, we have Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander is an upstart talent from the North Carolina scene right now, and he's making waves all over the United States. But can he make waves in the CWC? That remains to be answered. After Cedric Alexander, we have SEMA, Dragon Gate owner. This man is one to look out for. Without a shadow of a doubt, he is one of the men that I believe could have the greatest chance of winning this whole thing. The experience is there, the technical wizardry is there, the speed is there. This man has it all. Following SEMA, though, we have Davey Richards, a man that has been world champion in many different places that he's gone. A man that has been champion in his own right with the tag titles, many places he has gone. However, will he become the Cruiserweight Classic winner? That is the question. Following Davey Richards, we have Drake Younger, a man that lives his life on the positive mental attitude, PMA. But can the PMA help him become the CWC winner? Following Drake Younger, we have LIGERO. LIGERO is on the UK scene, and he is one of the best flyers in the UK scene. But can LIGERO fly his way to a CWC victory? Speaking of flyers, we have WWE competitor Evan Bourne going down to compete for the CWC. Will Evan Bourne be able to impress the WWE mainstays? Will he be able to represent the WWE mainstays, better yet? And can he come home with the CWC win? Following that, we have Johnny Gargano, a man that's held the Dragon Gate USA Championship longer than any other man in history. Right now, the reign's over 400 days. And who knows? Who knows if Johnny Gargano will add the CWC accolade to his record? Following Johnny Gargano, though, we have Jonathan Gresham, one of the wrestlers in this tournament, actually. And it's going to be a lot to see. It's going to be interesting to see, better yet, how this style of Jonathan Gresham will translate to the rest of the tournament. Following Jonathan Gresham, we have legend. That's right, legend. JUSHIN Thunder Liger competing in the CWC. And this right here is one of the first legends that we have. There is a few more. And it's going to be very interesting, in fact, to see if JUSHIN Thunder Liger can translate to these young upstart talents. And speaking of young upstart talents, we have Kalisto, NXT talent right now. He has yet to really make a name in NXT. However, he is one of the best flyers in NXT, next to probably Neville. So can Kalisto fly his way to the CWC win? Following that, we have Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is known on the independent scene as one of the top stars currently. Kenny Omega has held junior titles frequently all over the world, but can Kenny Omega win the CWC? Following Kenny Omega, we have probably the most surprising man in this tournament, KOTA IBUSHI. current New Japan Pro Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion, and he looks to win the WWE Cruiserweight Classic. Can he do it? Can he do it? Now, we mentioned earlier ROH Tag Team Champion Bobby Fish, but we have also ROH Tag Team Champion Kyle O'Reilly. He's representing Red Dragon as well as Ring of Honor in this CWC tournament. But the main thing he's representing is himself. Can Kyle O'Reilly get it done in the CWC? Following Kyle O'Reilly, we have Lucha Libre represented in full as La Sombra looks to compete in the CWC. La Sombra, if you don't know, is very, very, very rich and prestigious history in wrestling. So can he come out and be the first ever CWC winner? We then go on to UK talent Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is a very good flyer, very good high flyer, high octane style of action. But can that high octane style of action get him the win in the CWC? We then go on to another UK talent, Mark Haskins. Mark Haskins has competed in the US before. He has gone all over the world. He right now does not believe in independent wrestling. He doesn't want to be an independent wrestler. He wants to be in the WWE. And now this is basically his chance to shine and show if he deserves to be in the WWE with the CWC. Following Mark Haskins, we have Party Marty SCURLL competing in the CWC. Party Marty SCURLL looks to win the CWC for UK as well. But can he is the question. And lastly, from the UK scene, for now anyways, we have NOAM Dar looking to win the CWC. This might be just the youngest competitor in the CWC, standing at only 20 years of age. Can the young man win the CWC? Following Noam Dar, we have Rich Swann. Rich Swann being one of the biggest entertainers right now in the independent scene. The high energy, the high positive energy, looks to match any other energy in this tournament. So can Rich Swann come away with the CWC victory? And his tag team partner, actually, in the Inner City Machine Guns, Ricochet, is also in the CWC. And Ricochet might as well be one of the biggest what-ifs right now in the wrestling scene for if they would come to the WWE. And now he is going to be competing in the CWC, so who knows? Following Ricochet, we have Shane Strickland, the self-proclaimed King of Swerve. But can the King of Swerve become the King of the Cruiserweights and win the CWC? Next, we have NXT star Solomon Crow. And just like Kalisto, Solomon Crow has not made that big of an impact in NXT yet. But can he kickstart? Can he upstart? Can he jumpstart that CWC victory and make it into a successful NXT career? Someone that doesn't need the CWC to make a successful career, as he already has a decade of experience. He already has a career of his own. TAKA Michinoku is coming into the CWC looking just like Jushin Thunder Liger. He is looking to make an example out of these younger experienced talents. However, TAKA Michinoku is going to have a difficult time because, as we can see already, this tournament is stacked to the brim with talent. Next up, we have TJ Perkins, TJP, the man that many are saying could be the underdog of this entire tournament. Not many are believing in TJP. However, TJP has been competing in a wrestling ring since he was 16 years old. He was in the Tokyo Dome no later than 18 years old. This man does things and does things right. But can he win the CWC and do that right? That is the question. We then have the premier athlete, Tony Nese, competing in the CWC. But can the premier athlete become the premier cruiserweight and win the CWC? That's the question you got to ask yourselves. We then have the last WWE superstar competing in the CWC, Tyson Kidd. Tyson Kidd, the last man to be trained in the famous Calgary Dungeon. But can Tyson Kidd be the first man to win the CWC? Who knows if that's going to be a fact? And lastly, last but not least, we have perhaps the biggest name in UK wrestling today, Zack Sabre Jr. competing in the CWC. Will Zack Sabre Jr. be able to be the biggest cruiserweight name and win the whole tournament? That still looks to be answered. Now, as you know, these are all 32 of the competitors in the CWC. Leave in the comments below, who do you think has the best chance of going to the finals? Who do you think will win the finals? Let me know in the comments below. If you like the whole idea of the CWC coming to WWE 2014, hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe because we got a lot of content coming your way. And yes, this did replace episode of Raw, but don't worry. Tomorrow, Monday Night Raw, episode 7, 1 week before the Royal Rumble. We're almost to the Rumble. What will happen? Find out tomorrow. Thank you guys. Take it easy.